letra. Muy bien.
We use multilingual instruction at CSCC.
Morado. Yay!
I believe that it's a good tool and it creates more networking in the brain and the neurosystem when it's processing language.
Yay!
And so we use a lot of American Sign Language with the younger children because gesturing is their first language. And then we teach in English and Spanish as a dual language immersion. So in every class there is a Spanish-speaking teacher and an English-speaking teacher, but it's in conversational Spanish for the children that are ages 2 and 3. But at age 4, they actually start receiving dual instruction in Spanish and in English.
Excelente trabajo, señoritas. Muy bien. High five. Woo. When they're this young, they have such a great memory, so they can learn faster and they can learn better and they can have a long-lasting impact because it makes all those connections in the brain that later when they're older, if they want to learn another language, it will be a lot easier. Perro. Muy bien. Every day I have vocabulary. When we come in, we greet, we say hello in Spanish, and then they have questions that they learn to ask. Basic questions like, what is your name? How old are you? They learn to ask the questions, and then they learn to answer the question to each other. And then after that, we have a lot of vocabulary, and we have the sounds in Spanish because they already know their sounds in English. So I'm trying to teach them the sound system for the language in Spanish. And so we do games like this because I feel like it's easier for them to remember and it's not so tedious as to just go over and over the same thing. And then I have a calendar that I teach them to, today, tomorrow, yesterday. And then we learn numbers. And actually I was listening that they were counting in Spanish. They can all just count all the way to 30 in Spanish. All of them can count, therefore. Yeah, therefore, and they can count all the way to 30 in Spanish by themselves.
And we're actually doing a research study, of course, and so we've used a standardized test, the Peabody Vocabulary Test, and we are measuring language growth in English because that's the foundational skill for reading, and trying to determine, do we lose anything, gain anything by having dual immersion with Spanish? So we'll let you know in 6 months.